about you, Pooki, but I really enjoyed that extra hour of sleep this morning.
Oh, my goodness. Me too.
And I will accept that. In fact, we're going to be talking about accepting the good in your life, how to get into the receiving mode, as well as the art of allowing. That's our theme today.
It's a great topic.
We're going to be talking about that. We got 2 original songs. We're going to be highlighting some holidays and different things. Bob's Comedy Corner. I'm going to tell you about some exciting things I'm doing between now and Thanksgiving over on my channel. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's crank up the theme song. Everybody ready to dance and sing? Get some energy going? Here we go.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I feel so grateful. When I wake up in the morning, I feel so alive. When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive.
Sing it now.
So I wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up, I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby, you are free to be you.
Absolutely.
You.
That's just a portion of the lead-off track from our album Opening Up to the Good. Bob Baker and Pooki Lee right there. And
Did you know that we even had an album? Right?
Oh,
And you
yeah.
can find us on Spotify and where else?
It's on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere you get your streaming music. And you can get if you're in the U.S. or we're shipping to a U.S. address, you can get a copy of that along with an autographed copy of my book, The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk. And I think a number of people that are actually in the chat here have taken advantage of that. $25, that includes priority shipping. You get I don't know why I even wanted to promote that. I wasn't planning on it. But you can get that actually physical album if you still have a CD player.
Yeah.
Look at all the cool people that are already in the chat here. First thing in the morning. We got Debbie. We got Cherie. We got Pamela. Oh, my gosh. Lisa, Stacy, Joe. I already mentioned Cherie. Queen Opatra's back in the...
She is. Hey, Michelle.
Good to see you. Jennifer, Nicole. And yeah. And they'll pile in. I look at the stats sometimes on your channel because I look at it more than Pooki looks at the dashboard. That's just my thing.
Not mine.
And it does and it's kind of understandable. It starts off kind of, people get the notices that we're going live, but as it goes on, actually it builds. There are more people toward the end. But the hardcore, serious, high vibe tribers are here early.
Good morning, High Vibers.
Great.
So good to have you here. Yeah, we have a number of people who come and visit us every week, which is always amazing. And they've been with us for quite some time because I don't know if you know this, but we've been doing this for almost 4 years now.
Yeah, this is season 4. Yeah, episode 44. So it will come in the end. We're 4th year of streaming live every
That's
Sunday.
right.
Are we going to
That's
keep
right.
it going another year?
I don't see why not. We probably need to.
I was thinking maybe we could shake things up. Maybe we can add just play around with adding things to the format. Not drastically, but
Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah,
It's a whole new year.
It will be.
We're coming up on it really fast, folks.
But we don't want you to disregard this year.
No.
Because there's still a lot that you can do.
Oh my gosh, we're only in November. You still have about 60 days? What you can do in 60 days. Okay, it's 59 days. But what you can do in 59 days is incredible. And so I invite you to challenge yourself to maybe setting some goals for the next 60 days and see where you land on January 1st, 2025.
That's what we've been talking about in recent weeks. So,
Yep.
But one of the 4 things that we've been doing consistently on Sundays is getting centered and getting synchronized with your
With our breath.
with your wonderful guided, whatever is a meditation. What is this? A guided centering breath? Go for it, Pooki. Whatever you call it. It doesn't. We don't need to name it.
No. It's an interesting statement, Bob.
What's that?
It's naming things, labeling things. I remember there was a time that I'd come back and I'd learned about this labeling. I think it was Eckhart Tolle who was teaching this process. And it was to look at everything in the room and begin to take away its identity. Like it's no longer a piece of paper, it just is. It just is. And then, so I was doing it with the mantle above my fireplace. And as I began to unname these items, something really magical began to happen. It was almost as if by releasing them of this label, they became free. They became liberated. They then could be anything. That they weren't just this thing, And I can see energy. I could actually see the frequency of these items changing as they were liberated from a label. And so then maybe what are some of the labels that you have identified yourself as? What if they're really not serving you anymore? What if you were to release those labels and liberate those thoughts, those labels? And then, even for ourselves, but then we can take it a step further. And how about we begin to release the labels of others? We label people as this or that. We have a lot of that going on right now in our own country, right? This labeling. I'm with them. What if we were to release all of the labels on all of the people out there? And they weren't this or that. They were just free to be whoever they are without the label. Who would we be then? How could we walk in the world then if we weren't identifying by labels? If we were just experiencing everything in its purest form without having to call it something. So I invite you to take this thought, this idea, into a meditative state and think about this. Because there's all kinds of ways in which we can be liberated. And this is one of them. And the most powerful thing that you do is you liberate yourself. And that's what we talk about here, is liberation, being free to be you, allowing others to be free who they are. And sometimes labels create judgment. What if you just remove the label? Well, I think when you take the label away, the judgment goes away too. So these are just thoughts to consider, ways of looking in the world in a different way, and liberating all things. All right. Let us bring our attention to our beautiful heart space. This place within us where the essence of love resides. This place of infinite healing that has the ability to shine its love into the world, bringing compassion, hope, healing, peace, joy to all this love encounters. As we focus our attention on our heart, we can feel this beautiful heart beating within us, beating the rhythm of our life. This beautiful drum given to us by our ancestors. Just feel that heart right now. And with every beat of that sacred heart drum, your medicine of love is being poured into the earth. So as we're focusing right now on our hearts and the infinite love that exists within, we open our hearts to the grandest expression of love we've ever been able to express before. And we allow this brilliant, luminous light to emerge from within us. And it is so bright that it fills the room around us that we become invisible. We become this brilliant ball of light, cascading love into every direction, into the field, into all places that are calling for love, for more love, for more love, for more love. Be that light, shine that love. Shine your healing light into the world right now, transcending all time and space, known and unknown universes. We have the power, the ability, the wisdom to shine our light into the infinite known and unknown. Shining our light of love, bringing healing to all places. Our heart is called to deeper expressions of love, of love, of love, of love. You are a bright, shining light of love. You have come here to infuse love into everything you do. Allow this light that you are to continue to shine brightly. And today, walk in the awareness of this light. Walk in the awareness of this love. Walk in love, in beauty, in peace, in joy. And do not get distracted from your love. Right now is a time to easily be distracted. Don't get hijacked. Stay in love. Stay in love. It will serve you the greatest, especially in these times right now with so much uncertainty. The one thing that you can know always is that love wins. Love wins all races. Everything, love wins. So we're thankful and grateful for our time together this morning. We're thankful for these messages which we've been given. We acknowledge our heart, and we're so grateful for the radiant light that we are in the world. And today we choose to activate this light as we walk this earth in a beautiful, loving, sacred way. So we bring our hands together and we bow in gratitude. And so it is. So I don't know what that was. And I know that it was absolutely divine.
We need to repost that on your channel.
Absolutely divine.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, see, so this is about allowing, right? What I just did. So our topic today is allow and receive. So I just allowed you to witness that process. I allowed all of those things to come inside of me. I allowed I allowed myself to receive that love, that message for you, right? I allowed it in, and then I was able to give it away. I received it, right? And so those beautiful things happen. I'm learning more and more how to allow surrender myself, and just allow that which is present to come. So beautiful. Thank you, everyone.
We're going to be.
Did you feel that?
I think I did based on some of the comments here. Yeah,
Oh,
and we will be
beautiful.
highlighting those comments in a little bit after our first song. But I just want to say, yeah, we got Tiffany's here. Hey, Brooke is here. Remember Brooke?
Hi, Brooke. She used to sing in our Gateway to Agape choir.
She did.
Yeah.
So good to see you in the chat here. Brianna has joined us as well. Renee, the Jewish queen, is also here. And Crystal is in the house. Chase Glenn is here.
Oh, some new people.
Yeah, some names I don't recognize. Let's see here.
Beautiful, I think.
Awesome. So yeah, let us know where you're watching from. When we do highlight the comments, we're gonna just find out where you are, and if it's your first time here, let us know that. And so yeah, we'll get to that. So let's just talk really quickly about special days, because like this past Thursday we celebrated Halloween, and actually, to be honest, yeah, people were asking, "Oh, did you dress up or anything?" I don't think you and I have dressed up in a costume for a while. It's been a while, right? I think
Yeah, it has been a while.
it's fun to do. Not that, yeah, a lot of adults, it's fun to do that as an adult, but we just haven't done it. In fact, we haven't given out candy at our house or for
Oh,
trick
no,
or treaters.
no candy. No
Yeah,
candy.
we haven't done that for a long time. So actually, Pookie was actually away. She wasn't even home, and I purposely turn all the lights off of the porch. There's no indication that there's no candy. Don't come up to our door because you're not going to get anything.
We have very few trick-or-treaters anyway.
But actually, at 7:30. I realized, it's still like prime time for the. So I grabbed Keone, the dog, and I put him in the car. We actually drove slowly around the neighborhood for a little while. There was a fair amount out. I'd say in our neighborhood and nearby streets, maybe 1 out of every 5 houses was giving out candy, and everything from just come up to the door to driveway parties. And some people just like Christmas and all that. Some people really do
they
elaborate
get into it in the
decorations.
United States.
Yeah, it's so. So it was fun to get out, at least experience that from the car, and get out of the house for a little bit and see what people were up to in the neighborhood. But also, it's in India they're celebrating Diwali,
Yes.
which I don't remember. I think the kickoff date might have been in the last day or two, and I think it's a 5-day celebration. Isn't it the Festival of Light? I don't have all the details in front of me.
We're moving into that season. November, we start really focusing on the light. Right, and we really move into that in December as well.
And then in a lot of Spanish-speaking countries, there's the Day of the Dead, where you honor those who have passed on, right?
Absolutely. They have beautiful ceremonies. Both, the Diwali, Day of the Dead, beautiful ceremonies.
And in some countries, there's also a All Souls Day, which I think is a similar type of thing. I don't have the details of the history of that in front of me. But as I was kind of looking this up, I came across one of those sites. There are all these national and international fill in the blank day, and I found some interesting ones, like things I just don't even realize happened. And I might use these for inspiration for future Bob's Comedy Corner, because I'm always looking to tie into something that's happening on a particular date. But there's this. I'm looking at yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yesterday, November 2nd, was National Deviled Egg Day. Pumpkin Destruction Day. I guess that's where you smash your pumpkins. National Bison Day. And this is an interesting one. Look for Circles Day. It's literally you look for circular objects and then the meaning behind it. That was an interesting one. Cliche Day.
There you go.
So I guess you recite a bunch of
I guess
cliches.
these are for certain demographics or
and who knows who started these? Yeah, sometimes companies do it. Sometimes I don't know.
Right.
But I don't know. I think a company would do
Most
cliche
days
day.
are started to entice shopping.
Yeah.
Like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day.
I'm sure National today. Yeah, cliche day is today, the November 3rd. It's also National Sandwich Day. That had to be started by a chain, maybe Subway or something. I don't know exactly. World Jellyfish Day. Oh, and here's a good one. Today is also Give Someone $1 Day. So you can actually do that on Pookie's channel right now. If you see the little dollar sign, send Pookie $1.
I was thinking about putting a couple extra bucks in your people that are on the corner.
Oh,
yeah, you could give them. Yeah, right.
We are not
because we don't carry cash anymore. That's the crazy thing, and that's a problem. Mm-hmm. We should always have some form of exchange that we have in our hands. I personally believe, and let me just make a disclaimer right now: everything that I share are my own personal beliefs. Mm-hmm. Right, I'm sharing from my own personal perspective, and I'm certainly not saying that how I see the world and everything is the right way. It's just a way. Right, and I just share that with you here, so maybe it might inspire you and how you're walking the world.
Views expressed by Pookie do not necessarily. And tomorrow, I just want these are just fascinating to me, and then I'll end here. But tomorrow is King Tut Day, Check Your Blood Pressure Day, National Easy Bake Oven Day.
I had one of those,
and this is a good one. Use Your Common Sense Day. That's a good one. The day before the election. So use your
Is it the day before? No, it's 2 days before.
It's tomorrow's the 4th. That's
Oh,
I was listening from tomorrow. Then the day after that is the 5th. All right, cool. So I just wanted to share some of those. I thought they were kind of they were humorous. If you're celebrating any of those, let us know. Or if we missed any holidays, let us know. All right, let me get set up for our first song here, which is one of Pooki's favorite topics.
Oh, always.
It's all about the love, isn't it?
You know, all about the love. Yeah, and we just did this
What do you mean we just did this?
in the invocation.
Oh, talk about the topic of the song?
Never mind.
Okay, never mind. I'm a little lost. I'm just playing along here. Hit that reverb button. Let's play a little love song, an original song. Here we go. It's bright outside, but I close the blinds, stay in my room, locked in my mind. And then one day I realize it's time to go outside and let love shine in, embracing my soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin. When I get scared, I run and hide, stay to myself, keep it all inside. Then one day I see what's true and know just what to do. Let love shine in, embracing my soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin. Let's do that again. Let love shine in, embracing my soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin. Let love shine in. Let love shine in. Let love shine in. Let love shine in. All right, so we just did two different parts of this song. There's the chorus that we sang before this, and there's the part that we just sang. We're going to layer them. So in this next section, pick one or the other. If you're with somebody else in the room, each of you pick a part. I'm going to sing the chorus, or you can sing along with Pooki. Ready? Here we go. Let love shine in, embracing my soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin. Let love shine in, embracing my soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin. Now we'll go back to that chorus. Let love
I went there too fast. I'm sorry.
in, embracing my soul from within.
Let love shine in and let my healing begin. Sorry about that, babe.
We were so close to getting to the end. It's okay.
You know,
It was-
sometimes it happens.
Still a good song.
It's still a good song, and I still love myself. Right? Because sometimes, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. Oh, it's so terrible. Blah, and I did it, and everybody saw it.
Oh, I messed that up. Oh, my
and
God.
I messed it up. I used to do that. I don't do that no more.
Don't do that no
well,
more.
that happened. It's a much better response, believe me. Yeah.
It's
right?
time to check in on some comments here. We're going to start with our friend Stacy from St. Louis, who just sent us a little super chat.
Hey, Stacy, thank you.
It's Give Someone $10 Day. Here, it's a reference to the earlier thing there. So thank you so much, Stacy. We appreciate you. We just saw her recently here in St. Louis. Let's check in with some comments, especially if you're new or if you let us know where you're watching from. Let's see. Debbie says she loved that song. That's very, very cool. Chris says, beautiful day to all from Appalachia, Ohio. Appalachian, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
Thanks to you both. You're beautiful. She's more than an admin, right? She's our head honcho of helpfulness.
That's right. Lisa.
But thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Let's see. Tanya's here. Says, love you, heart and soul. Thank you for your music and light.
Thank you,
certainly
Tanya. That's so beautiful. Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
So Michelle here, we just happen to know that's Michelle. She has she cares for animals.
Yeah.
And things. She buys lots of pumpkins from a local patch for decor to share with my pigs after Halloween. That's a way to
They love Halloween. I bet they do. You know, I've seen some suggestions of what to do with your pumpkins after Halloween is take them into the woods and break them open for the animals. Yep, and the deer and stuff like that. So, yeah, you can do that with your pumpkins if you don't know what to do with them.
Instead of Pumpkin Destruction Day, it should be Pumpkin Recycling Day or Pumpkin Repurposing Day.
Yeah, Offering Day.
Yeah, that we can find a better way to phrase that.
Well, you know, somebody asked for that.
Oh, Adele said, "Don't leave pumpkins out in the woods." In the UK, though, it's bad for the hedgehogs.
Oh,
see, I did not know.
I did not know that.
Pamela.
All right.
I referenced King Tut Day earlier, and Pamela says, Bob, you could do Steve Martin jokes. Yes. I actually, it's funny, we watched do we watch, was it the season finale?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Murders in the Building, Only Murders in the Building. Steve Martin Short, Selena Gomez. We just watched that last night. But I actually saw Steve Martin, like, at the height of his comedy days before he retired from comedy. I saw him in the white suit and all that.
Oh, fun.
I'm a wild and crazy guy.
There you go.
That's really cool. Yes, he did his version of King Tut. In the crafting world, National HTV Day is coming soon. I can't remember the actual day. That's the heat transfer vinyl for those who aren't familiar. There's a day for everything.
I think you can apply and you request a date and what you want it for, and they just say yes or something like that. So a lot of people do that, you know. So you can claim a day.
You can just self-proclaim it, and then then you post it on your sites.
Yeah, and if it's in the internet, it'll show up.
Tinica says her daughter's birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Tinica's daughter.
Post her name in there, and we will. I don't know if she's listening, but let us. Yeah,
it's all good.
Happy birthday! That is awesome. Love the season of light. Says Lady of Light.
Absolutely, I love this season too. I've noticed people have even started putting out their decorations. Yeah.
Brooke says I miss singing with you guys.
I know, Brooke. It was so lovely to have you with us.
Lady of Light says aloha from Michigan.
Michigan.
Aloha.
We loved it when we went to Michigan.
Dorley makes a reference to your bee costume. Maybe I'm not sure what that. But Pooki has gone out to farmers markets and stuff in a bee costume.
I'm gonna do it again.
But not on Halloween. This is like throughout the summer.
All through the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I talk about the importance of bees, and I used to live stream on Facebook and introduce the organic farmers to my local community so that they could come down and buy their food from farmers that were growing their food locally and in a really sustainable and healthy way, right? Because food is our medicine. And so the bee costume was absolutely adorable, and I had so much fun in it. And I did a lot of videos and promoted a lot of really healthy options for our community.
I'm gonna have to pull up some photos of that. I think I've showed them in the past.
Yeah, I even had
been a while.
Pillow pet bee. I would take with me and and then it would pollinate all the plants that were there. I'd fly it over the little plants.
Did you have a bee costume for Keone?
I do have a bee costume for Keone. And I have a bee thing for you too, Bob. You just won't wear it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keone and I are resisted.
I know, but I did get one shot. I didn't get you the full outfit,
Yeah.
because,
I'm not going to be in a bee outfit.
Yeah.
Cindy says, good morning from Roseville, California.
Good morning, Cindy.
That is so cool. Doralee says, hi, all my high vibe tribes. You guys are awesome.
There you go. Hi, Doralee.
Let's see here. Anything else? There's a motivated hustler who I think might be here.
Yeah,
for
new.
the first time.
First time. They said, I'm new here.
So good. It's good to see you in the
Yeah.
live chat.
Yeah.
Eileen is here, our good friend from the up there, the Seattle area.
Hi, yeah, we love Eileen. Eileen hosts a daily fire ceremony in the, so what is it called again?
It's got the good of the whole.
Good of the Whole.
Facebook group.
Yeah. Every morning.
We do.
You can go to Good of the Whole on Facebook and you can experience that beautiful ceremony.
And Pooki and I are usually there on Monday mornings.
Right.
And then but they do it every day. Tiffany says, good morning. Thank you, Pooki, for such a beautiful and divine meditation.
I will see Tiffany later this week.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. See.
I'm so excited about that.
Let me see if there are anything new that came through.
All right.
Let's see here.
Yeah, so this is the season of letting go. And when we let go, believe it or not, we create openings for new things to emerge. And so it's really good for us to be intentional about what we're calling forth, right? Because if you open up a space and you're not intentional about what's going to fill it, anything could end up in it. But if you're really intentional, you can create really beautiful things. You can manifest some really amazing things with your intention.
Let's just check in with a couple more things than our comments. Tanya says, I'm in Washington State right now.
Hi, Tanya.
Awesome sauce. May says, good morning, everyone. Nice to be here from Arizona.
Hi, May.
Yeah. Pamela loves the Steve Martin comedy days.
That's great.
Let's see. Of course, Lisa's coming to us from Oregon, as she often is.
I love Oregon. We had a nice trip there.
Cherie says, today is Watch Bob and Pooki Day.
You're so cute.
That's a good one. Tina's daughter, Leah, was 34 yesterday. She's my oldest of 3.
Congratulations, Leah.
That's so cool. And then Jacqueline, who I saw on a Zoom call yesterday. Was, there, it's in. Okay, so I think we've caught up with everybody. So if you're here for the first time, if you're celebrating a birthday or you're near someone related to someone celebrating a birthday, if you're just here, you're breathing, you're happy to be alive, we have a little expression of gratitude for you from our friends in Studio B. Crystal, are you ready for the countdown? We're going to cue them right now. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is for you. Go. That's right. It's amazing that they show up every week to do that. We're in the same,
so funny.
Exact same
We know
clothing.
so many of those people. They're amazing.
And there's someone in the background that looks a lot like Pooki.
That's funny. Yeah, I am in there.
All right. Are you ready for our main topic, Pooki Lee?
I'm ready for it. Been talking about it all morning already.
Oh, my God. And it is getting into the receiving mode, or zone, I almost said. But basically, we're going to talk about how to get into the receiving mode, sometimes referred to as the receptive mode, and also tying into this is the art of allowing. So I want to give some credit where it's due. I'm just going to read this first paragraph just to kind of launch us into it, and then we're going to kind of riff on it, and Pooki and I will chime in on aspects of this. But the phrase, get into the receiving mode, is a concept popularized by Abraham Hicks, a collective group of beings channeled by Esther Hicks. And in the teachings of Abraham, the receiving mode refers to a state of alignment with one's desires, where you are open, receptive, and emotionally aligned with what you wish to manifest. So essentially, it's a mental, emotional, and vibrational state that allows you to receive or attract the experiences, the relationships, and also the material things that you desire. So that's it in a nutshell. Do you want to?
Yeah.
You want to talk about to you what getting into the receiving mode means, and then we got. I guess there's like 4 key elements of being in the receiving mode that we can touch on as we go along. But you want to expound on what your thoughts
Yeah, well, I
on this
already
are?
shared a little bit, but you know, in order for us to receive, we have to be open, right? And we have to be willing. We have to allow it in, right? And that sometimes is difficult to do because we want to we want to kind of be the director of the show. We want to kind of be in control and in charge. And whenever that's happening, we're not in an allowing state. An allowing state is where you actually surrender, and you allow. You place your request forth into the universe, and then you allow the universe to bring it to you. I love this visual because I believe that everything that you desire right now is already here. It's already here. In fact, personally for me, I believe that it's actually swirling in my toroidal field, in my Taurus, right? My energetic field. They're all swirling here as if they were on like little plates, right? All the things that I want, all around me, everywhere. And I don't have them yet. They're not here in my experience yet. They're the desires that I have. So I feel like if I am not experiencing that which I desire, one of the first questions I ask myself is, in order to have that which I want, who must I become? How can I get into an alignment with the vision that I'm holding? Right? What inside of me needs to be released and let go of so that I can allow this to come into my life, right? Because if it's not present, it's not the universe keeping it from you, or the universe never punishes us. I want to be very clear on that. But it's not that the universe is keeping it from you, it's that you are not in alignment with it yet. But it's still here. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's still here. So I believe all the things that I've ever dreamt into vision are with me and swirling with me now. And when I come into alignment with one of them, whoop, they become a part of my experience, you know? And so it's that first question of what is it that I must release and let go of in myself in order to allow that which I'm asking for to come in, and that's a powerful process.
So me, I'm a very practical and action oriented guy. I'm very much in. Some of you may know my mission in life is to inspire and uplift humanity, one positive thought and one inspired action at a time. And I include both of those things because I think they're necessary. You've got to have the inspired thought, the vibration, but you also have to take steps in the real world. So a lot of times that and I'm guilty of this, and I think other people that are kind of in that 3D world mode. we'll talk about all the action steps I'm going to go out there and get and work and strive, and that's all good. That you can achieve a lot in life by taking that approach. But there's a it almost seems like it contradicts it, but it really doesn't. I'm finding a way to meld these two worlds, but it seems like the opposite to say allowing it in. So there's one thing about going and getting it, and there's another way of looking at it that you can mold the two together, where I'm also open and ready to receive it. I'm going to allow it in. I'm going to take the brakes off of the things that are slowing me down. Being open to receive is another version of this.
Right.
And I think they can work together because I think you could still.
Well, Abraham Hicks has inspired action. So not just any action. You don't just take any action. You take an inspired action. So Abraham Hicks teaches that it's swirling here, but what we do is we wait for the inspired action. We wait for the message of what to do next. Then we go do it, right? We're following that. This is how I live my life. I'm always listening for what is next for me, right? And then I bring my energy to that, right? So I'm following that. There was a time in my life where I actually was very proactive and I made goals and I listed them out and I, not that I don't do that now, but I do it differently. So there is that merging of the two, right? But there's a way that you can set yourself up to where you don't get guidance. Like if you don't create an opportunity for spirit to move in your process and all of your to do, you got this to-do list and you're so rigid of staying in that list, when information comes in and tries to direct you in a new direction to take you to where you really want to be, you might not hear it because you're too focused on the list. So there's that inspired action, so it is a mind, like this is a definitely like in the mind, it's a mindset experience, right? Working with allowing and letting in, it's in that mindset.
Yeah. Now, I do believe, and it's contrary to some other people's philosophies, I believe that the thoughts and the actions can work in both directions. Yes, ideally you get this in, because another phrase that I talk about is I follow the energy. Like, where's the energy? My energy and how people are responding to something sort of helps dictate what I pour my time and energy into, or continue to. But certainly, it's great, especially in the creative mode type of thing. You get an inspiration to write a blog post or do a podcast or write a song or whatever, and then you take the action based on that inspiration. But I think people can take that to the extreme, where they never take action because I'm just not feeling it. I got to wait for the muse. I think that you can also take action doing something that you're drawn to do, but you still have fear, doubt, and worry around it, but you take the action anyway, and that can lead to a raising in your vibration. Like, so sometimes it
can lead to inspired action too, because when you take that step in that direction, like you have this thought, well, I'm going to do this, just like I just did, I'm doing this 30-day challenge, this gratitude challenge, so I'm going to do this. So that was from my mind. Right, that wasn't like an inspired idea that came in. That was me. But in the process of doing that activates all.
Yeah.
And so then so much inspired action. So it's not that you just sit around and wait. And especially if you're not in tune with listening, then it's probably a good idea for you to just start to do something in the direction of that, and then listen for guidance that might direct you in where you need to go. But more important than anything, I think, it's being able to listen to yourself, to be able to hear that voice that's leading you and knowing what that is.
Yeah. So let's get back to the getting into the receiving mode part of it. Now, I think that 4 points here that Abraham, or Esther Hicks, who channels Abraham, makes related to this. I'm just going to hit them one at a time here, because I think they're important. So one is emotional alignment. Getting into the receiving mode means aligning emotionally and your feeling based with the essence of what you want to experience. So according to them or her, when you feel good, joyful, grateful, you match the vibration of your desires, which makes you receptive to receiving them. So emotions like joy, gratitude, creativity, they signal that you're in the right energetic state to attract your desires. And so a lot of times people will say, well, when I get the thing, then I'm going to be happy, then I'm going to be joyful, then I'm going to be content. But it helps. And I know it's easier sometimes said than done, but with practice, this can come more naturally. But try to vibrate at that frequency of what would I feel like in the having of that thing or the achievement of that goal. Vibrate at that now, and that's going to make it a lot more easier for you to be open to receiving and to taking the action steps that will get you there.
Yeah. Well, some people do things like if they're calling in a car or something like that, they'll go drive, test drive cars and have the feeling of driving the new car. There's things that you can do like that too, and having the feeling is important. However, if you have like something that you want, a goal that you want to achieve, and you're having trouble feeling, like feeling it, then just be happy. Just be happy. Because happiness also, like that, being happy with what you already have always brings more. So just be happy and grateful.
That's challenging. Like one of the big issues is money. And so like feeling abundant when there's not a lot of money currently in your bank account can be a challenge. But how can you, but doing that's the work of personal growth is vibrating at that level.
Well, write down 100 things you're grateful for and see how poor you feel then. You know, and everybody wants, but how about being grateful for the things that you don't have that you don't want? You know,
That's an interesting. Or being grateful for the things that you don't have that maybe you're taking for granted. You know, the people, the things, places
You know.
in your life.
For me, I believe that everything is in divine order, and it's all happening perfectly.
That comes.
And I'm also responsible for my own life. So if I'm in a situation, there's a pretty good likelihood that I landed there by choices that I made. So it's also a learning process too.
Another, the second element here is letting go of resistance. This is a good one. A big part of being in the receiving mode is releasing resistance, which includes feeling doubt, worry, fear, feelings of lack, right?
That'll keep you from moving forward.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's like the emergency brake, having the emergency brake on the car when you're trying to travel somewhere. These emotions create a vibrational gap between you and the thing and what you want. And by letting go of these negative emotions and cultivating positive feelings, you reduce that gap and create a clear path for manifestation.
Yeah. One thing that helps with the resistance, I think, is having an accountability partner, somebody that can hold, that kind of, if you feel resistant and it's just your ego keeping you small, get somebody to get a shark in your tank. Get somebody to chase you around, and be on your butt. I have somebody right now, right? I do. Because I know, I'm just like you. I just want to tell you that. I'm just like you.
You are.
I am.
How are you just
I
like?
have fears and worries and all those things too. And sometimes I need a shark in my tank because sometimes I might not, have the faith or whatever and, in myself for things, And I'm human. And sometimes that happens. Not all the time. But when it does happen, I get an accountability partner. And then things change.
So how do you get into receiving mode? With step number 3 is going to help focus on appreciation and positive expectation. So Abraham emphasizes.
That reminds me of like that looking around, something wonderful is on the verge of happening, having that excited, like, whoa, it's something. I have had that feeling like, ooh. And when you really catch it, it just vibrates through your whole body. This whoa, something magical is about to happen. And then you walk in the world like that, and it does, like in incredible ways, because your field is expressing it. It's calling it in. It's like tickling the universe for where is it? What is it? Where is it? And then when you connect with it, it comes right to you.
It reminds me. I was planning on telling the story, but I had a flashback to. I don't know if this was like 2007-ish. Or whatever. It was a while back, and I had already been establishing myself as an author on the internet for a decade or whatever at that point, because I was on the internet early on, and there was a period like in early whatever year this was, I think it was '07, where I just like felt like, man, I think I feel like I'm going to be getting some major media exposure this year. I don't know what it was. Sometimes in the next few months, I just had this just kind of hit. I don't know where it came from or what, but I'm just feeling, I remember it was like a reoccurring thought to me. So there was one, it seems like a near miss, and then there was a one. So there's two pieces to this. I was living in the apartment that I was in before we moved here. I thought it may have been before you were. Oh yeah, 07 we were together. That's when we moved in here. I don't know. Anyway,
go ahead.
I got a voice. Oh, I had this business voicemail that I didn't check very often, and I logged in because I didn't get many calls on it. So I didn't want to use my home phone or cell phone or whatever I had at the time. And I checked it, and it was a week old. It was a few days old, and it was a guy calling from the New York Times doing a story on something with the music business or creativity, and wanted to know but he had to hear from me that day. And I called back and I went, oh, I'm so sorry I missed it. If there's still an opportunity, let me know. I never heard back from the guy. So I came this close to
Dang, babe.
And ever since then, I changed my business mail so I got notifications right away. But as I'm going, oh man, that was my opportunity. I missed it. I blew it because I wasn't paying attention. Right. But then a few months later, I get a call or an email from NPR on their morning edition show.
There you go.
And I followed up on that one, and it ended up over the next couple of years. I was actually on NPR and national NPR on two different shows, Morning Edition, and then they have Marketplace. I think is another one.
That's
and,
awesome.
And they looked me up because I was music marketing was my kind of identity online, and so that was my. Well, yeah, and national NPR. So isn't that weird that I got that hit, that feeling that something's going to happen? I think there's something,
Sometimes we get it.
and it did happen. So that's just crazy.
Absolutely.
So positive expectation. Abraham Hicks emphasizes that feeling appreciation and expecting good things to come naturally puts you in the receiving mode. This is why practices like gratitude, like journaling or having a gratitude practice, visualizing positive outcomes, they help you foster a sense of appreciation and belief in what you want, enhancing your readiness. There's another thing I've talked about off and on before. It's called gratitude in advance. Usually when we're rightly are grateful for the things that already exist in our life, right? So we want to appreciate what we have so we can be ready for more, but you can also feel grateful for what's coming. That's a really cool
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it too.
angle on it. Oh, I know this thing is happening, and I'm so grateful that it's on its way.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
don't get upset when it doesn't come when you want it to.
When you want, think it
yeah,
should.
you just gotta keep staying grateful that it's coming, and trust the universe. Trust the process of the universe. There could be many reasons why it's not coming to you now. Probably the biggest one is that you're not in alignment with it. You're just not in alignment with it. There's some other things in you that need to grow a little bit more so that you can receive that desire.
One more thing here, and then I'm going to talk about it. I'm just going to touch on the art of allowing, which is a similar but separate thing that also inspired by Abraham Hicks. Allowing versus forcing is the fourth element here. The receiving.
Yeah, we talked about that just before.
Okay. Yeah, the receiving mode is about allowing things to unfold rather than trying to control or force outcomes. When you're in the receiving mode, you trust that the universe is working in your favor and that what you want is already on its way. So I am, again, I'm very much grounded. I'm very much action taker. So it's served me well over the years, but you can cling too tightly to your plan or to your vision. And like you said earlier, you can miss opportunities. I hang on loosely, I guess, to my visions and my route to get somewhere.
Yeah, because sometimes it does. What you're asking for, it doesn't even look like it's sometimes you'll be going on the route and it doesn't even look like you're heading in the direction of what you desire, because sometimes what you're asking for, when the universe is conspiring on your behalf, it doesn't bring you that thing exactly. It brings you something better. So if you're surrendered and you're just following, you'll arrive at the better place. Right? But if you stay connected to she has to be wearing a red dress, standing on that stage with 500 people in the room in Detroit, Michigan. That's the only way it can happen. Right? And so then you could totally miss it. You could totally miss it. So it's so important. So important for that.
So the art of allowing, I think that might be a separate book that Abraham put out, if I'm not mistaken. And
it is.
If you followed them, look up.
We have them
Abraham,
downstairs.
If you follow Abraham Hicks, they've been around for decades. They were probably I think they made the term law of attraction the common term that it is. They may have been the first. They may have even coined the phrase.
Yeah, and if you want to watch someone download information, like receive, like being open to receive. She is receiving all of her messages from above, and it's coming straight out of her mouth, right? Her whole, for her, I don't think that I'm channeling, she channels Abraham. I don't think that I'm channeling a being, but she knows that she's channeling, it's a group of beings. And if you want to watch somebody do that, and so everyone can do that, we have to practice, though. First we have to believe we can do it, and then we have to start practicing by listening. And then you start paying attention to what you're hearing. And that's how you begin.
And her message has evolved. Like she uses different terms over the years. So there was an era of the art of allowing. She talked at times about spinning plates, and there's different spinning discs that you're on. And more recently, there's a lot of talk about the vortex, which is basically this vibration that you're in when you're in the zone, basically, and vibrating with the things that you want in your life. But just so. These points are pretty much cover the same thing, but one is that maybe wasn't emphasized earlier that I think deserves talking about is trusting the process. So allowing requires a deep sense of trust, believing that the universe is working in your favor and that the timing of your desires will be perfect. Also believing in your ability to achieve that thing, becoming that type of person
That you're capable and worthy
Yeah.
to receive it.
The trust is crucial to letting go of anxiety and impatience, both of which create. So this helps you get through the resistance. But another word is faith, trust in yourself, believing in yourself, and that is something that can be built up over time. But that belief in yourself, even before the thing is manifested, is where that vibration, you're vibrating at that level. I am the type of person who can do that and achieve
I
that.
am worthy and deserving of having what I desire.
I am it, and it is me.
Yeah. So
Right?
all those things, right? So it's very, very important, and having that, that you let go of it having to be this way, and you allow for something greater to come in. Sometimes when I'm asking for things or desiring things, I say this or something greater.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not attached. Stay unattached to the outcome, right? You're not attached to how, and if you're tuning into that feeling, you'll know you're there when you have that feeling, right? And it might not look like what you thought it was.
You get some comments here. Look, Sheva's joining us over on Facebook.
Hey, Sheva.
We know her from Gateway to Dreams and other things.
Yep.
Lisa posted earlier, the Synchronicity Express is full steam ahead. Choo choo. Jacqueline, we are co-creators with the universe.
We are, but just remember the universe can see the big picture.
Mm-hmm.
So in that relationship, you're not the boss. Don't try to be the boss.
You're not the boss of me. Chris says, great reminder to be thankful for what I don't have that I don't
want.
that I don't want.
Don't have that I don't want. That's right. Think about that.
There's so many ways to approach gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
We ultimately get to choose how we feel.
It's all a choice. You can switch. You have to practice it, though. These are all like spiritual practices that help you.
And Chris says, getting into spaces that are about the skills and knowledge of the goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I've done. And I know in a previous workshop that I did about how I've achieved, publishing my books and various things over the years. I talk about getting into orbit around the thing that you want to do. So maybe you don't know, like years ago, I didn't know how to publish my own book, like in the late 80s. It was very cost prohibitive because digital print on demand wasn't around then. And so what did I do? Well, I started, I created a little mini like mail order catalog, whatever, that where I sold other people's existing books. I figured, oh, this is a way to get me involved in the book business and selling books and marketing books even before I had my own, right? And so, that I won't go tell the whole story, but that led to me getting my first book published in a way that I could never have planned. You get it. How can I get involved in that? Start attending meetings of people doing what you want to do. To start swirling in that world, and opportunities will present themselves.
Yeah, go where you can meet people and learn. I saw it stated that I would rather sit next to a woman who knows so much more than me so that I can learn rather than someone who knows less than me. Like when you're growing yourself, like sometimes we feel intimidated, this person over here and they have all this knowledge. I'd rather sit next to that person and learn from them. Mm-hmm. Right. So.
And we won't go into all these, but there are a lot of people who have had similar ideas. We're both a big fan of Wayne Dyer, and he often discusses the importance of letting go and surrendering. In the Power of Intention, he writes about aligning with the universal energy of intentions. Oh, he talks about letting go and letting God.
Wayne Dyer is awesome.
Eckhart Tolle.
Wayne. Eckhart Tolle, the power of now, being in the present moment, right? Like with no expectation. He was the one that was talking about the image thing. And labels.
Deepak Chopra, the 7 spiritual laws of success, talks about one of them is the law of detachment, which is what we're talking about, not being too attached to your goals and being open. And then even in Think and Grow Rich, which is kind of old school, personal growth by now, and he talks a lot about desire and persistence and all that. But in there, and even that stuff, he talks about faith and trusting in the process.
Yeah. That's a really structured format, but it's powerful. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where the masterminds came from and all kinds of things.
Yeah, it was definitely a
So,
lot of people still are influenced
yeah.
by that book. So
So,
there you
yeah,
go.
the
Oh,
art of allowing
and
and receiving.
Pooki came up with some affirmations.
I
These are
did.
all Pooki. So are you going to say them
I
first then?
am.
And I'm going to repeat them after Pooki.
Yeah.
We have 5 or 6 of them here.
No, we have
So
5.
5? Okay,
Yeah.
we have 5 of them. And there they are right there. Pooki, you're going to say
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You say them. I'm going to repeat them along with me after Pooki states them. So
All
go
right,
for
ready?
it. Yes.
I am open and ready to receive.
I am open and ready to receive.
I trust the divine timing of the universe.
I trust the divine timing of the universe.
I know everything is working out for my highest good.
I know everything is working out for my highest good.
I am worthy to receive all of my desires.
I am worthy to receive all of my desires.
I am grateful for all that I have and ready for more.
I am grateful for all that I have and ready for more.
Yes!
Screenshot that if you want, if you have the ability to. Take a photo of it while it's up there. I don't have a link to it at the moment, but maybe we'll add it to the description.
Yeah,
those
beautiful.
Those are some good ones. All
Some
right.
really, 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 really good ones. Letting go. I love this conversation because I just want to say one thing right now.
Say it.
Because in the United States right now, by this time next week, we will have gone through a major election. And, I was talking a little bit about labels and things like that. And so in our conversation today about allowing and letting go, I know many people who identify in both arenas. And I love them. There's nothing that they could ever do that would take my love away from them, ever. Right. So in those situations, I'm not even working with a label. I just love people. Right. But I want to say this, right, because so many people there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of, around what's happening in our country and around this particular date. And so I would like to encourage you, no matter where you stand, all right, that to hold the vision. We've talked about it all morning already. We don't know what the outcome is. We don't know what it will be. We can have our own hope and desire of what we think is the right choice to lead our country. And yet, really, we cannot know all of the things. So I would inspire you in this election, if there is someone that you're rooting for, that you, and in the instance that maybe they don't take the role, that you surrender your attachment to what is so that you can be liberated and trust the universe that this is all happening in divine plan and that everything is unfolding perfectly and that you might not understand it, but there is a higher wisdom that we cannot know. We cannot know. So, as this is all unfolding, do your best to maintain your center, your groundedness, your peace. Do your best to avoid getting outraged or moving into states of, anger and retaliation, things like that, right? Those lower energies. Stay away from them. Because really what we're here to do is express love into the world. And we have to just be present to every moment. And there are some things in the world that we cannot control the outcomes of, and we cannot control the outcome of this. But we can know in the fiber of our being that the universe, God, the Creator, the infinite intelligence, the Father, Mother, Child, God of all that is in perfect orchestration of all that is happening. and that we are going to be just fine. That we are going to be cared for and guarded and protected no matter what happens. We stand in the knowing that we are safe, we are guarded, we are protected, and that we have nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Right? So just try to see if you can just allow yourself to surrender to what is. What is. And I promise you, if you can move into that space, you're going to have a much easier time in the days that follow. Much easier time, right? Because we cannot know. So I did want to share that being the last Sunday that we're broadcasting before the election, because I think it's important that, we maintain peace. If we want peace in the world, it has to be inside of us. So we maintain peace and we maintain love. We walk in the world that way. So that's what I got to say about what's happening on Tuesday.
And it is the 3rd. And speaking of action, if you're in the U.S. and eligible and all that, and you haven't done it yet, you still have an opportunity to vote and let your voice be heard. So I'll just leave it at that. But these are tense times, and to alleviate that, I like to add a little bit of levity. I think we need lightheartedness, and so that's why it's the perfect time to segue into It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner. Ah, yes. Let's have a little bit of fun with some of my favorite dad jokes on a particular topic based on today's date. So it is November 3rd, and we've established that. Have we not? Did you know what happened on this date, Pooki?
No idea.
In 1956.
Nope. Don't know.
The film The Wizard of Oz, which actually, originally came out in the theaters in 1939.
Wow.
But on this date in 1959, it aired on television for the first time.
I think it was the first color film, too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, maybe in the theaters, yeah.
Yep. I think it was the very first film that used color.
And it was pretty cool how it started off in black and white and then suddenly went into color. It was a great way to...
I could be wrong, though.
But one of them, for sure. But that television presentation in 56 was seen by an estimated 45 million viewers.
Wow.
And its repeated airings on TV helped make it make it an enduring classic that it is now. And so I thought, of course, what's our theme for today? They're Wizard of Oz related jokes. So let me get... these are definitely...
Look, Toto's all about it.
he is similar to Toto, only in a different color, yeah. If he was black or whatever. I don't know, what's Toto? Yeah, I think it was a black dog, right?
No, yeah, he was a terrier.
Okay. Well, he was a Cairn terrier. Not Karen, but Cairn terrier. Mm-hmm. But Keone has some elements of that.
Yep.
So here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Wizard of Oz jokes.
Okay, let's go.
So, Pooki, was Dorothy a good actress?
I don't know.
Yes, she brought the house down. I should have asked if... what's her name? Suddenly I can't remember. Judy Garland. Okay, I'm sorry. I should have said Judy Garland instead of Dorothy. Right. But Dorothy was the character, was the one who brought the house down. Right. Okay, I'm dissecting these jokes as I tell them.
I'm
just
trying to figure it out after you said it.
All right, let's roll
that
it.
was off to a slow start. Let's go.
Here we go. I always have them. They ramp up. They get better as we go along. Here we go. Who made the yellow brick road slippery?
Who?
The Wizard of Ooze. What did Dorothy sing after her foot ran into the curb?
What?
Somewhere over the sprained toe. What did the Munchkins become when the house landed on them?
What?
Crunchkins. What part of Kansas did the little dog come from?
Where?
Totopeka. What did the Munchkins eat for dessert?
Tell me.
The Jell-O brick road.
Ah!
Okay. What did the Munchkins sing after the Wicked Witch stole their food and ate it?
What?
Ding dong, the witch is fed.
Ah.
These are definitely Bad jokes. Which of Dorothy's friends had to have his mouth washed out with soap?
I have no idea.
The Swearcrow.
Oh my goodness.
Who gave the Wizard of Oz warts?
Who?
The yellow brick toad. What did Dorothy have on her arm?
Tell me.
A Toto tattoo. I gotta be ready to say these. They're tongue twisters. What's the yellow brick road paved with?
What, Bob?
Asphalt. What did the Munchkins say as Dorothy left Munchkin Land?
Tell me.
Hey, drop in again sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, who always told Dorothy the wrong time?
Who?
The Wicked Watch of the West. Oh, what did Dorothy say when she wanted to go to Italy?
What?
There's a no place like Rome. There's a no place like Rome. Was that an Italian accent? I'm not sure. It may not have been. My apologies to Italians everywhere. What would Dorothy's dog wear if they went to Rome?
What?
A toga. Toga.
I thought you were going to say a Toto tutu.
Oh, okay. Well, you just okay.
Oh, I blew it?
You just gave.
Oh, sorry. See, clearly, I don't know what these jokes are.
Why did Dorothy and her friends hate the Tin Man in the morning?
Why?
Because he liked to get up oily. And finally, what did Dorothy's dog wear when he went dancing?
A Toto tutu.
A Toto tutu. So we got a little advanced punchline there. And this has been Pooki and It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should-do-be-wah. Bob's Comedy Corner.
So funny. The Wizard of Oz. You know, there were a lot of spiritual teachings in that movie.
There was, yeah.
Yeah, they actually broke that down, and there's some really good stuff in there to look at.
Our friend Mish wrote a book about it called The Wizard of Oz Code.
Oh,
too.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Very interesting, like reading between the lines and seeing all of the representations and the, yeah.
Michelle said, as a child, there was a family tradition to watch every Thanksgiving. I assume it's The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I was literally thinking about this a few days ago, bringing the tradition back with their grandkids.
Oh, that's awesome.
Keone Toto.
Right?
That's a good question. 45 million. There weren't a lot of people with TVs back then. Yeah, maybe I'll have to look that up. I've just got that off the internet. So.
You know, that's why you got to trust your intuition, because you can read stuff on the internet that's not even true anymore, and now it's really becoming difficult to discern the truth from what's real.
Could you, Crystal? I know you're the queen
Or
of
from
our.
what's fake.
You're our fact checker for Sunday mornings. Could you do a little research and maybe find out how many TVs were in America, maybe in 1956?
Right.
All right. Coolness. All right, there we are. Oh, here we go. So that was Bob's Comedy Corner. Oh, I want to tell you about something that I am up to, and you feel free if you have anything that you want to plug or whatever. But I'll first just let you know that I don't think you even know about this yet.
Probably not.
Pooki was away for a couple of days, and Black Friday and Cyber Monday, all that stuff is coming up right after Thanksgiving, and I want to avoid all the noise that's going on there. So actually, I'm going to get a head start, and in the weeks leading up between now and Thanksgiving, I'm going to be doing a series of 5-day flash sales on existing and even new things that I'm going to be putting out there. So every week, I'm going to be featuring something different. Starting tomorrow, which is Monday, the first one, Monday through Friday of this week, it's going to be a 30-day abundance program that I released a couple of years ago, and the regular rate that is $97, but it's going to be slashed. Oh my God! It's for 5 days only. So and that starts tomorrow. And if you want to the main way that I'm going to be getting out the word about these flash sales is through my email newsletter called The Abundant Life. And if you're interested, you can go to bobbakerinspiration.com and you'll see a place there to get on the list. You'll get not only a subscription to the newsletter, but our Turbocharge Your Life ebook. You'll also get 6 free like MP3 downloads of affirmations and meditation recordings that I've done over the years. So if that speaks to you, many of you are probably already on the list, but if not, it's easy to get on it. It's free, and then I'll be sending those out. So yeah, there's things like this abundance thing. The 30-day program is something that's been out for a couple of years, but I'm actually I'm going to be recreating some small trainings on different topics, including some marketing stuff that I'm going to do. Something I think it's going to be. I haven't decided. I'm not going to. I'll make my decisions on what these things, but it may be about productivity. One may be about marketing your entrepreneurial products and services, and some other stuff maybe on manifestation. I don't know. Find out. But there's going to be a different one every week so that you can get this over with by Black Friday. All right.
There you go. All right, awesome.
So what do you got going on, Pooki?
Well, I'm doing 30 days of gratitude. And so today is day 3. I'm posting videos on both Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
And I invite you to come and comment in the comment section below and list the things that you're grateful for. Because gratitude is something that really activates a powerful field in our lives. We're in November. For me, it's the month of gratitude. Thanksgiving is in this month. And so that's one of the things I'm doing. So you can join me there on either. And it's not the same video in both places. So, and then I think that's I have some things that I'm working on that I'll be sharing in future weeks. But right now, that's what I've got going on that's happening. Yeah.
You can get on Pooki's list, too.
That is one thing, too. Yeah.
That link is already in the description of this, wherever you're, this video, whether it's on YouTube or
So I was
Facebook.
certified as a lifestyle coach with Dr. Mindy Pelz earlier this year. And probably about the beginning of the year, I'm going to start doing group sessions. And it's all around intermittent fasting. And I just want to say, because everybody goes, fasting, yuck. Just want to let you know that most of the days when you're fasting, you're eating too. So most people think that they just go without food forever. It's not the way that...
Drinking water for 8 days or something. That's
it's not like that at all. Anyhow, I'll be teaching that process to women who are who are having some challenges with their health and would like to get their diet and whatnot in alignment. So that's what I've got going there. Get on the waiting list if that's something that interests you.
And if you have questions about these or anything, the best way to reach us is through the awesome Lisa Shepard. There's a photo of us last spring in Florida where we met her for the first time, but it's simple. You should know my website address by now. I say it all the damn time. bobbakerinspiration.com. But you can reach her at Lisa at bobbakerinspiration.com, and she'll be able to get if she can't answer it, she'll get the message to us, and we will get back to you as soon as we are able.
Well, come on, let's sing our song.
What song is that?
Ready to Receive.
Oh, I blasted right past that.
You sure did.
Oh my God. Wow. No wonder we were kind of ahead of schedule here. I'm so sorry about that.
No worries. I'm just going to remind you.
Yeah. That's right. We had a whole song. Actually, this was kind of, So let's get back to talking about being in the receptive mode because we have a song about that. Wow. All right. Maybe we can end. You want to just end with this instead of the dance or the other song? We may as well. Yes, that's what we're going to do.
Okay. We can do whatever.
All right. So yes. So this is going to be our closing song. Go ahead and post your takeaways today. What stood out for you? What's an insight that you really going to embody and put to use? That's like, oh, I'm reading to hear that. Love to know that. So when we come back at the end of the song, we will highlight those and then we'll say so long.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
You want to hit that? Are you able to hit that reverb button? All right. Sure. Here we go. Another original song.
Opening my heart to receive all my good and all that I need. Standing strong in what I believe. I claim it is mine.
Happiness flows through my veins. So much joy I can't contain. Letting go of all of my pain. I claim it, it is mine. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. And I'm ready, ready, ready to receive. I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to receive. Gratitude is my prayer for all the love I feel everywhere. I'm always open and willing to share. I claim it, it is mine. I welcome peace into my life. Prosperity I now invite. Now's the time to shine my light. I claim it, it is mine. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. And I'm ready, ready, ready to receive. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. And I'm ready, ready, ready to receive. I'm 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 ready to receive. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. And I'm ready, ready, ready to receive. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. It's a coming to me. And I'm ready, ready, ready to receive. I'm ready, ready, ready to receive. I'm ready, ready, ready to receive. Yeah. That was a good one.
Are you ready to receive?
I am.
Are you open? Are you ready, willing to surrender? Surrendering sometimes, people don't like that word. Let me tell you, surrender is a beautiful, beautiful word. It's a beautiful state of being. You know, I think we look at it in a negative fashion because we think of surrender as giving up. It's not.
It's not at all.
It's not giving up. Right? It's not failing, or it's not. Surrendering is releasing and allowing. So like surrender. Some of my greatest experiences are when I truly have surrendered. Then magic happens. It's the craziest thing. I'm telling you. There's magic everywhere in the world. Everywhere. It's happening all around us. It's normal. It's normal. And so just tap into that.
If you're coming here earlier, like I think Jessica just arrived, and maybe Adele has just been here recently, I think. I see Anya's here as well. You can go back. This page that you're watching the live stream on becomes the replay as soon as we're done here. And then within an hour or two, Lisa will have updated the chapter markers, which will allow you to go to specific sections if you just want to skip to a favorite part. But we discussed at length this whole topic, and so I encourage you to go back if you missed that and watch it. I'm just going to check in with some comments and takeaways. Hi, Andy. Glad you could make it today, and thanks for being here. Anya says, ready to receive and release. Michelle's takeaway. Oops, hang on a second. There we go. Allow yourself to align with the universe. You will receive. Adele says, thanks, Bob and Pooki. My top takeaway, live life to the full and be grateful for what you have. And Jessica just made it here, and she says she's ready to receive. Oh, did he jump down? Or Toto.
I don't think he meant to.
Toto Tutu. Hey, there's Tracy there. Two beautiful creatives doing it for. We're doing it for the people. That's right. That's our new motto. Gratitude is my prayer. That's a line from the song.
Right.
That was good. Let's see here. Lisa's top takeaway is be open and receptive to all the good coming. Know that what is yours will find you. Be in alignment and vibrate with your highest good. Let's see. Chris says, take action to align with the vibration of my desires. Cherie, live the attitude of gratitude. Well, you can never go along with that. Sheva's still here. Yay. Working on my gratitude list and amplify it out. Yeah.
There you go.
You got that right. So I guess we a couple people doing research. It says in 1955, over half the population owned a TV. 70 by Oh, it was 75 by 1960. So maybe, and somebody mentioned earlier, I think maybe it's not necessarily the number of TVs, but maybe the number of people gathered around them maybe came up with that 45 million number.
Yeah.
Who knows? But a lot of people watched the first airing of The Wizard of Oz, and certainly it's become a cultural, iconic movie in I think around the world. Let's see here. I'm going to look at probably people gathered. Yeah, that's what Dorlee said earlier, with whoever had they watch it back then. And I think that does it here.
Thank you so much for being here with us
and
this Sunday and joining us.
And look in the comments. There's a couple of
see Lisa's.
Thank you both. It's so easy to get stressed in this world. And our light.
Be careful. Don't get hijacked right now.
Yeah.
It's so important. I mean, I personally too had to just reset, right? Because the energy right now is really strong. It's really strong and it's really moving. And so you can get whipped up in it right away. Let me just tell you, you can get so sucked up into that. And it's hard to get out of it once you do because fear starts coming in, right? And everything right now on both sides is just a lot of, it's just a lot of, I would say like lower energy stuff. I'm just saying. So, you just keep your heart in love. And just remember, love all people. Like I said, I have people in both camps, and I love them. My love hasn't changed for either, right? Because I'm loving the person. I'm not loving the label. You understand? They're so much more than the label.
Right.
So let's be careful that we're not labeling people in ways that, create separation.
Actually, Pooki and I both went and voted earlier, like on Tuesday or Wednesday, this last week, and there was a line outside of the library. We actually went before that opened, and we were there right in front, and behind us were strangers. They were from the neighborhood, but we didn't know them. And I had the best conversations with 4 or 5, or like 4 of the people that were in line as we moved forward. We didn't talk about politics at all. I had no idea how they were voting at all.
I don't care.
And it was really refreshing because there's a good chance that at least one or more of those people were probably not voting the same way that I was, but it was kind of cool just to be able to experience that together.
See, when you know that God's got this, when you know that the creator of the universe has this handled, how can you be mad at people? Really, seriously. I mean, come on now. Mm-hmm. Let's think about this, right? If we're walking around saying that, oh, God's got this, divine planning, divine timing, I'm trusting the universe. Oh, but when the election comes, I'm not trusting the universe then? No. Divine timing, divine plan is always in order. It is the law of the universe. The law of the universe. This is all a grand orchestration. And so we cannot know. I would say allow your heart just to be open to love. Try not to label and find, areas to separate. This labeling thing is getting ridiculous. The more that we label things, especially people, the more... I'm going to say it. The more that we label people, the more separation occurs.
Yeah.
Just is what it is. And I'm seeing it everywhere. And then people get labeled as this, and this idea of what that is, it's an idea, and those people aren't that idea. There starts to be this thing. So I would just say pay attention to labels, see if you can eliminate them from people, and just love and accept people as they are.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to let Joe have this final word here. It says, as you prepare to receive, don't be attached to how it manifests, and don't be discouraged if it doesn't come when you think it should. Just trust, have faith. Thank you for that. It's a great morning, you all.
Thank you.
Have an awesome day, an awesome week. We'll talk to you soon. Until then, be awesome. All right, so long for now.